Hello guys, I hope everybody is doing good. Hi, this is Ganesh Nayak. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And I also help students preparing for exams, competitive exams in finance like CFA, FRM and SCR. And today I'm creating a quick video for students who are going to be appearing for the October 2024 exam. Okay, so how they should look at their mock preparation, what is the final leg in your preparation, and how should you take care of that. Okay, so SCR exam, how to tackle your mocks. Okay, now the exam date which we are having the next exam is from October 19 till 2nd of November. Okay, this time the window is slightly bigger. They want to accommodate a lot of more students from variety of geographical location, hence the window has been slightly bigger. Now, how many total number of mocks you're supposed to give, ideally expected to give? Okay, from my experience, you should give 3 independent mocks. Okay, I'm not talking about the GARP sample paper. 3 mocks, proper mocks, independent mocks that you should be giving. If you're my student, you already got 4 mocks which you can use for your preparation. Further, you should also by default, this is very important, by default look for GARP sample paper. Okay, now the idea over here is that because there has been a change in the October exam with respect to the curriculum, so chapter number 9 and 10 has been added in the October exam, and from that perspective, okay, the GARP sample paper 2024 paper which I'm talking about does not include chapter number 9 and 10 because it was released at the start of the year. So when you're solving for the mock paper which is a GARP sample paper, please make sure that you are aware that the chapter number 9 and 10 is not there. Okay, but you have to make sure that you solve that mock paper irrespective, you have to solve. Okay, how do you analyze? I'm going to also talk about that in later part. What should be your broader strategy? Okay, so when you look at the mock preparation or sections part, okay, when we are talking about the last 1 month of your preparation, and this is your actual exam date. Now, before your exam date, please make sure that you have a window of around 3 to 4 days. Okay, what you're supposed to do, this is going to be your final revision. Okay, final revision where you're going to be reading the entire GARP book once entirely. Then you're also going to look at the formulas, okay, whichever formulas are there in the required reading. You're also going to read the important concepts. Okay, this should be your strategy. Last 3-4 days, do not solve anything new. Focus on what you have read till now. Do a final full-fledged revision. That's the strategy. Okay, 4 days before you should be giving your 4th mock. Okay, the 4th mock could be your any institute mock. Okay, then you have to take a gap of around again 2 to 3 days. So between every mock, okay, between every mock, ideally you are supposed to take a gap of 2 to 3 days. Okay, gap of 2 to 3 days. That's my strategy. Okay, because in that 2 to 3 days you are supposed to do full-fledged revision. Okay, I'll be talking about that also as we move ahead. Okay, so 16 days before the exam, just try to give your first mock, analyze your score, look at the entire paper properly, look at each concept from which the question has come. Then do a revision of 2-3 days, then give your second mock. Okay, again do the entire process, again do the revision, and then the 3rd mock, ideally you should be giving your GARP sample paper of 2024. That should be your strategy. Okay, and then you should also take a gap again and go for the 4th mock. So overall you should be solving 4 full-length mock papers, and please make sure that whatever is the time of your actual exam, okay, that time is the same on the same time. Say for example, I'm going to give the exam at morning 9 a.m. So when I'm solving the mock papers, try to solve the mock papers accordingly. Okay, so your timing should be matching with the actual exam time. Okay, this will help you to make yourself comfortable for that part of the day when you're going to actually give the exam. Now, a lot of working students, okay, they feel that we might not get entire 2 weeks holiday before the exam part. I might only get 1 week. So what you can do is you can plan your mocks on Saturdays and Sundays, and in between just do the revision, do some other reading and all of that. Okay, how do you analyze the mock paper? Okay, always make a note when you're solving. Okay, while you're solving the questions, okay, in the mocks part, have a rough sheet. okay, have a rough sheet with you, okay, and in that rough sheet you should be basically writing down 1 2 3 4 till 90, because there are 90 questions in the exam, and for each question, whichever question you're solving, you have to basically give markings for different types of marking, like which question was easy for you, or which question you're confident on, or which question was slightly tricky. Okay, just do marking. Okay, so certain type of question will be very difficult, so do a separate marking for that. Certain type of questions will be, you've read the concept, you know the answer, but you're not 100% sure between B and C. Do a separate marking. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, when you're solving the mock, okay, keep a sheet of paper, because on the actual exam date also you'll get a sheet. Write down 1 to 90, and in that, try to make a note that, okay, which question you were comfortable with, which question you faced problem. Now, when you solve the entire mock, okay, you're looking at the right and the wrong answers. Okay, obviously, see, right answers we generally tend to avoid, but my suggestion would be, look at first the right answers and try to make a identification that, okay, how many of these right answers that I was very confident on. Say for example, out of say total 90 questions, okay, I got say around 55 correct. Okay, but out of that 55, say around 45 I was 110% sure that this is going to be the answer, but the remaining 10 I was not confident. I made a calculated guess and it got correct. Okay, so your thought process should be that what is happening with these non-confident part. You have to go back to that non-confident question, do your full-fledged analysis that why I got confused in those 10 questions. Okay, because you should not repeat this mistake in the actual exam. That is what you should be focusing on. And obviously a lot of students will go and do the deep dive analysis for your wrong answers. Over here you primarily need deep analysis, proper deep analysis of the content. Okay, proper deep analysis of the content. How could? So whichever questions were wrong, okay, bifurcate them. Say for example, over here we got around 35 questions wrong. Okay, and let us assume that out of those 35 questions, okay, you found that, okay, 10 questions were something which I knew, but I made a mistake. I had read that concept, I might have forgotten that formula, might have forgotten that concept in the day of the exam, or I might have made a silly mistake. Okay, so 10 questions over here. Suppose 15 questions, something which were very difficult. Okay, so there can be a situation where the concept was same, but the exam question was one level above. Okay, then you also have new concepts, certain things which you, I think so, missed reading, or you just read it briefly in your curriculum. It is there from the SCR book, but you missed it, so it is something new for you. So let's say for example, there are 10 more questions, so you just bifurcate them so that you have a clarity that where is which bucket there is a problem. Say for example, if this number is big, your known concept number is big, so definitely you need to go and read the GARP book properly once again. Okay, now the entire analysis that I am trying to tell you is that out of those 90 questions, okay, be it your Fintelligents mock or be it your, for example, GARP sample paper, make sure that all the 90 questions, you have to think of it like that, think of it like 90 concepts. Okay, so 90 different concepts are getting tested. Okay, so when you're done with your analysis, and in the next 2-3 days when you're going to do the revision, make sure these 90 concepts you're completely comfortable with, and you do not make any mistake in those 90 concepts. Basically, whatever has been tested in the previous mock, be it right or wrong, I'm just going to revise it properly so that I'm ready for the next part. Okay, so whichever is the wrong answer, by default you have to do deep dive analysis, but the overall 90 questions, 90 concepts, you have to look at properly. Okay, and like I said, you need to give around 2 to 3 days between the mocks for revision. Okay, so ideally what you should be focusing on, like I said, all the wrong answers and wrong concepts from the previous mock. Suppose I gave the first mock, there is a 2-3 day window between there is a revision section. Okay, during that period of time, I'll just make sure that whatever wrong mistake I did, I'll just go through that properly. Then all the important concepts. So there was a video which I created for April exam. In that, all the important concepts are highlighted. So make sure that you focus on those important concepts also properly for the upcoming exam. Remember all the formulas. Now the formula might not be directly available in the book. In the 10th chapter, there's a formula, 2 formulas that have been added. Make sure that you go through those 2 formulas properly, And also there is a required reading section. In that there is a formula section. Okay, there's one required reading, if I'm not wrong, chapter number 6. Read the formulas properly. Okay, focus more on concepts, okay, which are critical or which you are slightly not comfortable with, or chapters which you are not comfortable with, like for example chapter number 6 and 7. A lot of students face problem in that. Okay, and these are the things that you ideally need to cover in the 2 to 3 day horizon that you have between the mocks. Every time you give the mock, follow this approach, and this will help you to streamline your revision. This will help you to streamline you for the next upcoming mock. Okay, and do not lose hope. Even if you're getting a very low score in the first mock, do not lose hope. This is not deciding your exam. Okay, you have more mocks to give the exam properly with full heart, and you'll be able to clear. Okay, let us go towards the next part. Important points. These are general important points that you should remember. Okay, make sure that you read the GARP SCR book. Okay, at least 2 to 3 times before the exam. Okay, I'm not just talking about last 1 month. Overall, you should have gone through the book 2 to 3 times. Whatever mistakes you're making, okay, in your mock exams, in your chapterized question, please make sure that you do not repeat it. Okay, if you're able to manage this also, then your chances of clearing the exam is very good. Okay, in the actual exam, the last 10 questions are going to be case studies. Okay, so what ideally you should be doing the moment you enter into the case study, okay, first make sure that whatever is a question, okay, don't read the entire case study first. Whatever is a question, read through that questions and option. Look at the options fast for all the 3, 4, 5 questions which are connected to that case study. Then once you have done the reading of the question, then come back to the case and then read the case, because then you will remember that okay, this paragraph is connected to the third question, this paragraph is connected to the second question. This is very important. This will save a lot of your time, because what will happen if you do not follow this approach, you just start reading the case. Okay, by the time you reach the question, you will forget the case. Okay, that can be a situation also. Okay, and for our students, we have created 2 separate quiz, okay, which are only for case study. We have created 2 separate quiz only for calculation based questions. Okay, and previous year sample paper, primarily your 2024, review all the concepts. This is something which I have already told you. Make sure that 2024 concepts are important, because I have heard that similar questions have been asked in the exam. Similar concept has been asked in the exam. So do not ignore the 2024 GARP sample paper. Okay, it is not only just about solving, go through the concepts also. Further, on my YouTube channel, I keep on posting a lot of content related to these exams, interviews also. So do subscribe to our channel. Okay, if you like this video, like and comment and give us a feedback on the content. Give us ideas for our next few videos also, and share this video with your friends who are preparing for the upcoming SCR exam. Okay, and if you need any guidance, if you need any support, reach out to us on WhatsApp. Okay, reach out to us on WhatsApp and we will try to help you as much as possible. Okay, this is the WhatsApp number. You can reach out to us. We can guide you for your exam. So thank you very much guys for watching this video.